Hey everyone, it's the Chaplain here coming to you with a little bit of Axis and Allies. This is 1940 Pacific setup, Pacific only, as my buddy and I have no room to play the full global yet. I'm working on constructing my table. Right now it's still in the early planning stages, well, maybe middle planning stages. I'm seriously still working on it. I guess I need time and a little bit more money. So this is round 2. This is actually my second time recording this. I messed up big time. Recorded an entire turn not having the Japanese pieces right. So that made my complete turn invalid, and I'm a doofus, and my bad. Thank you for your patience, Greg. I'm playing my buddy Greg. We've played 1914. You can check that out on my channel if you are interested. If you're not, totally okay. Quick recap of his J2. He came down and annihilated the Anzac fleet, which was a destroyer and a cruiser. He is amassing forces here in the Caroline Islands. He does have 7 infantry, 4 artillery. He's got 5 planes sitting on the island, 4 on carriers. He's kicking my butt over here. He's got some blockers out there against the Americans, which is part of the main thing that I missed. He's doing pretty good here in Japan. He's doing very well, actually. In China, rather. He's doing very well in China. And so I'm going to kick this off. This is going to be America, then China, then UK, then Anzac. When we get to Anzac, I do have a slight correction from the end of my last turn, which I just recently discovered. Thank goodness I had to do this a second time. So America had 55 IPCs to spend, and with that, I bought 2 aircraft carriers. I bought a fighter, a tactical, and I saved 2. So, there's that. For my moves, oddly enough, here's all I'm doing. Before, when I didn't have the blockers on the map, I came down and assaulted this fleet because I could reach, because there were no blockers on my map. But here's what I'm doing. It's all non-combat. I'm moving an infantry and artillery, transporting them down. 1, 2. And just in case there's another error, just in case I'm screwing this up again, what I'm going to do is do it right. I'm going to give you all of America and then disposition of American forces. Then China, then UK. The last video I kind of did it all together. I have 3 fighters in Hawaii. 2 of them are going to take off and fly around until this aircraft carrier comes to join them. So, this will be here. America has 1 national objective completed. That's their outer perimeter objective. They gain 5 extra IPCs for controlling Alaska, Aleutian Islands, Hawaiian Islands, Johnston, and Line Islands. 5 extra IPCs for that. So America was making 50 IPCs this turn because I have that bonus, but I don't have the Philippines. So I'm at 50. So I will collect 55 at the end of this turn. I'm going to place my new units. 1, 2 carriers. And one of the carriers is fully loaded. Love it. All right. I will collect my monies later. I'll put all these chips away and figure out that whole mess later. All right. Disposition of American forces. In Alaska, I have 1 mechanized. In the good old US of A itself, I just have an artillery. In C-Zone 10, 2 carriers. 1 of them has a fighter and tactical bomber. In Hawaii, in the actual islands, there are 4 infantry, 1 fighter, and 2 AA guns. In the C-Zone around it, there is a submarine. There are 2 destroyers, 2 cruisers, 2 transports, a battleship, and 2 aircraft carriers with 3 fighters and 1 tactical on them. So America will collect 50 plus 5 for their national objective bonus. That was America. Next up is China. This seems to be going a lot faster than the last video too. China has 15 to spend, so I'm buying 5 infantry. China has 1 massive combat move, and that is the entirety of their forces here. 15 infantry and 1 flying tiger plane are assaulting Guangxi. So, yep, I have a crap ton of 1s and a 3. And he has 2 2s. So let me zoom in a little here for you. I have 15 at 1, plus my fighter is a 3, and his 2 defending at 2. So let's go to the box. Zoom out. Here is the first batch of 1s. No hits. Here is the second batch of 1s. 1 hit. Okay, I just need 1 more. Here is the third batch rather of 1s. This is the last of the infantry. There are 2 more hits, so that's all I needed. I took out the Japanese forces. He has 2 defending, right there. 1 hit, so I lose 1 Chinese infantry. And Guangxi falls to the Chinese. This is not level, which is going to bother me somewhat. I'm not OCD. If I was, I'd be so OCD that I'm actually CDO. So I lose 1 infantry. The plane has to land. I will land him in Yunnan as soon as I move all of these infantry. So there are 14. That's ridiculous. God bless America. Happy 4th of July, everyone. My first take of this video with all of my mistakes I made the other day was not 4th of July, so I couldn't say it. All right. So China got that. They're up to 8. Japan is down to 38. Non-combat from Shenxi down to Sichuan. That's all I got for China. Disposition of Chinese forces. 1 Chinese fighter in Yunnan, right there, with the 2 Brits. 1 Chinese infantry in Sichuan. 14 Chinese infantry in Guangxi, right there. And China will now collect 8 plus... It's 6 for the Burma Road still being open after I place my new units. 5 infantry into Yunnan. So, my bad. I should have done that in the disposition. Or before. I should have placed them before I did my disposition. Any hooser. So that's China. Sipping my coffee at 6 o'clock in the evening. Alright, again, I'll take care of the chips later. That was China's turn. Next up is the UK. My sincerest apologies for the mix-up last game, or last round rather. I'm a doofus, and it's okay. So they had 17 IPC to spend. I'm buying 2 tanks and an infantry and saving 2. Here's what the Brits are doing. Now that I've messed with it, I have to mess with it again. Yay! Alright, here we go. I'm claiming French Indochina with my 2 infantry from Yunnan. So the Brits will move up 2. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Here we go. Alright. Combat. Since that was combat. This destroyer is moving from 41 to 42 to 45 and assaulting the submarine. 50-50 shot here, 2 on 2. So, my dice will always be these black dice with red pips until my battle dice are complete, and he has his red, so black for my destroyer, red for his submarine. Hit and hit, we destroy each other. Whatever. Whatever. I don't like losing things, but that's a gamble. It's a risk I take. Alright, the rest we have here is non-combat. So, this transport in 39 is picking up an infantry and artillery and going 1 into 41, and 1 into 42 and claiming Java. So that will put me up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 on my nifty little IPC tracker. And then the cruiser, transport, and battleship are picking up these 2 from Sumatra and moving them into 42, into 44, claiming Celebes. That is a national objective for owning all of the Dutch islands and a 3 IPC bonus. 2, 3. So I get that. It's called oil reserves. Check it out. Blickety blow. Right there. I need to take back Kwang Tung, and I'll get 10 after that. I don't know if that's going to happen, though, because he has enough time to build up his defenses. He can build 3 things there, plus he can bring a whole bunch of crap back, but the Chinese are aggressive. So we'll figure out what's going to happen. Place my new units. I'm not done yet, you doofus. The 3 infantry in India are moving into Burma. I'm getting excited over here. The fighter from India is flying 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah. Yeah. Now he's going to go 1, 2 and land in Yunnan. These 2 fighters from Malaya are moving into Yunnan. My 3 infantry from Malaya are moving up into Shan State. Yep, I'm doing that. Yep. All right, now place my new units. And I saved 2. Oh, shoot. I made a boo-boo. It's okay. I make boo-boos all the time because I'm imperfect. But you know what? It's okay. Jesus still loves me. He loves you too, by the way. In case I haven't told you, I'm a pastor. That's why I go by chaplain, because that's a military pastor. I did not serve in the military, but I'm a pastor, and this is a military game, so the chaplain. Disposition of British forces. In India, 3 anti-aircraft, 1 infantry, and 2 tanks. Burma, 3 infantry. Shan State, 3 infantry. French Indochina, 2 infantry. Yunnan, 3 British fighters. C-Zone 42 has a transport. Java has an infantry and artillery. Celebes has 2 infantry, and the C-Zone around it, 44, has a cruiser, transport, and battleship. That is it for the Brits. They will collect 26 plus 5 for oil reserves, and they will collect now 31. So I should be writing this stuff down. 31. And what did China get? 8 plus their 6, so that's 14. What did America get? Not a dadgum thing. I'm just kidding. They got 55. So they'll have 57 next turn. All right, Anzac, last but not least. This video is much, much shorter than my last, so that's awesome. Anzac had 20 IPCs to spend. What? Why? Here's the mistake that we made, that I made rather. The National Pride Objective controls all of its original territories, and Malaya is still Allied controlled. I had that last turn. I just didn't pay myself out for it, so I'm paying myself out for it. I have 20. I'm buying 2 infantry and a destroyer and saving nothing. Anzac is going to attack and conquer Siam. I do not like you, Siam. That's a goof. So I'll go up 1 for that. And Greg is over here salivating because he's ready to take all this money from me, which is fine. It happens. But for the record, this is another national objective that I'm collecting for the one time only, called the Thorn. Collect this 1 time for controlling any island or territory that was originally Japanese. Siam is worth 6 to me in this 1 turn. So, the rest of my New Zealand turn, doofus, the rest of my Anzac turn is to retreat everything I have into New South Wales. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. Disposition of forces, I have the 1 infantry in Siam, 1 infantry in Dutch New Guinea, 1 infantry in New Zealand. In New South Wales, I have an artillery, 3 fighters, 2 AA guns, 2 4, 6 infantry. That is my disposition of forces. No, it's not. I'm a doofus. Oh my gosh, dadgummit, I did it again. You can only place 3 units, Rob. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I purchased 4 units. So I'm gonna place the infantry, the AA gun, and the destroyer. Rob, that's stupid. Why would you build a destroyer? Well, because I'm a doofus. So Anzac was forced to save 3, actually, because I can only place 3 units. That's annoying. Anzac collects 11 plus their national objectives, which is 15. So 11 and 15 is 26 plus the 3 that I saved. I keep forgetting that. So 11 and 15 is 26. I'm writing this all down because, you know, being in your early 30s is hard. So, anyway. All right. They will have 29 to spend next turn unless Greg takes it all, which he very well might. Sorry that this took so long to get this up, Greg. Anyway, if you're following, comment, like, subscribe, whatever you need to do to help me figure out how to win this game. Unless I am winning and I just don't know it yet. I'm the chaplain. I'll be praying for you.